It is time to set up for November, and I have a blog post up on the Cocoa Daisy blog today, and I wanted to kind of film a little video that goes along with the blog post. Sometimes I think that videos are a little bit easier to follow along with, so thought I'd show you my process for setting up a new month in my planner. I do have my planner here, and then I know that I'm going to need 5 dashboards for my planner, so I went ahead and picked out my 5 favorite, that's hard to say, 5 favorite papers. And then I went through the pocket cards from the memory keeping kit and my dashboards from the dashboard kit, and I picked out the dashboards that I liked, that I thought matched with the papers. So I have all of those coordinated and ready to cut down. And then I also picked this dashboard up this month that I just can't pass up using, and I'm going to use this pattern paper as just a little laminated piece, kind of add stability to my traveler's notebook, but is also obviously pretty to look at. So I'm going to laminate a sheet of that, but then I also thought it would be cute to use this for some pictures. And I wanted to share with you guys, I use an app on my phone called Print to Size on my iPhone. Again, that's Print to Size. And I'm gonna measure these boxes and print pictures that are just a little bit smaller that will fit in each of those and make sort of a grateful, thankful dashboard with some different pictures for the month. So just laying everything out, that's my first step. Okay, I'm gonna make that laminated piece for the front of my planner, and the easiest way that I found to do this is to take my current setup piece out. So this is out of my October planner with some of the Halloween kit paper, and I'm just going to trim down the paper to the same size. And then I'm gonna run these 2 pieces through the laminator, and I'll have this little piece to put in my new set. Okay, so that's been ran through the laminator. I do just use like a Walmart brand laminator. It's a Scotch brand, nothing fancy. Then I'm just gonna trim down so that I have just a little bit of lamination on each edge. And then to finish it off, I am going to round the corners. That's just a personal preference. This is a We Are Memory Keeper corner chomper. It has the 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch options, and I'm just going to round each of those edges. I did go ahead and add the mild liner that came in the kit, some of the notebook paper, and a sticky note for now. And then I'm going to take my first laminated piece and layer it with this Grateful dashboard that I talked about. And this is a little bow paper clip from a previous kit, so don't be afraid to use those other items. Put that there, and then my other piece will go in the back, and again, this just adds a little bit of stability. I also pulled out, while I was pulling out all my dashboards and papers, some of the pocket size cards that I wanted to use. And this is just a sheet of lamination that I've had forever, that I made by putting lamination back to back. And it actually has a kit or a tab from an old kit, but I think the colors match well enough that I'm not going to worry about changing that out. So what I'm going to do is I want my kit color card and the kit card that says the name of the kit on the front, and then I think I'm going to use my Simon card and this gratitude card, and I'm just going to slide those in the pockets. So now that I have those in there, well, see, put Simon in upside down. We can't have that. Now that I have those in there, I will just use this as a little bookmark somewhere in my planner. So I'm going to set that aside. And then I have these 2 cards that I really like, so I'm going to set those aside just in case I decide to pop those in somewhere. And next I'm going to show you how I make my dashboard. So I have my current setup for October here, and what I do is I just take out one dashboard at a time. I think I have stuff jump banded on here. I do. I take out the first elastic, set that aside, pull everything off and out. And then I'm going to take these existing dashboard pieces and take them to my paper cutter and use those as a template to cut my new pieces for November. And so now I literally have that first book and dashboard in here, and I'm going to repeat the process for my next 4 or 5 books using the rest of my dashboards that I have laid out. Okay, so I have my last two done, and I just want to show you how to use a jump band if you are new to Traveler's Notebooks. I remember this being game-changing for me. So I only have one elastic left in my notebook, but I want to put 2 notebooks on there. So you'll just take this and put it through the center of your first book. Take your second notebook, find the center of that. And actually I did this, well, I want this to be my first book, so I'm gonna put it on this side. So now I have 2 books on my jump band, and then you literally put your books through the elastic, the one elastic. And now you have 2 books on the one elastic. So those are all of my dashboards. That's the quickest and easiest way I have found for setting up a new month. It goes pretty quick. You can make them more elaborate if you wanted to. And then I'll finish my setup by just adding some decorative pieces like my clips. I forgot to mention this, so I have to throw it in. I wanted to use this pin loop that came in the kit. And you can just remove this adhesive and stick it onto things. But sometimes I like to move mine around, and I really don't like that they leave, could leave adhesive on my plastic dashboards. So what you can do is, instead of peeling off that adhesive, I'm going to put it on this one, matches, which is awesome. I am going to just set that down and use washi tape. And the Cocoa Daisy washi tape is sticky enough that it will hold this pin loop in place. And then when you want to move it around or take it off for the end of the month, you can do that pretty easily. So a couple pieces of washi tape, and then you can stick whatever ink pen you want in there. Maybe it's a pretty thick ink pen. And so now you have a movable pin loop.